Umar Nurmagomedov, who is just a more handsome Khabib Nurmagomedov. Let's be honest, I know you guys think that too. Um, he's done a couple interviews lately, and in these interviews, nothing too interesting. He says the normal that we've all heard before, that Merab is ducking him. But there's one thing that he talks about in both the Kevin Iole interview and the TMZ interview that I'll pull up later, is that Merab is using Ramadan, the religious holiday, whatever it is that Umar must do every year, and he's going to use that as a tool to not fight him and to extend his championship time frame per se. And if this is true, I think it's despicable, and he should be stripped because it's just annoying. It's just annoying to plan something like that just to avoid fighting someone when you're supposedly the best bantamweight in the world. So there are no sources. I could not find any except just from Umar himself. So we're going to hear what Umar has to say about it, if he talks about like why he thinks this. And yeah, so before we get into the video, welcome to Gaslight MMA, where the goal is to not get gaslit by me, okay? Feel free to like, subscribe, dislike, whatever. Now let's get into it.
To you at Noche UFC after.
In this first part here, he gets asked about the Merab and Sean O'Malley fight, and it is quite funny.
After it was over, what was your take of the O'Malley Merab fight?
They both not very good, like how I expect, and so like O'Malley is a bum, in the MMA. Like he don't have any grappling, he don't have any wrestling, and he even didn't try to like fighting, he just waiting, he just running, and he fight like a bum. But Merab, he's good. He have good. Like it's happened how I told, like with Merab, you have to go ahead and fight. You have to go ahead, try to take him down, defense, go ahead, punch him.
All right. So it's funny because he talks just like Khabib. Instead of saying he fight like chicken, he says Sean fight like bum. So he replaces chicken with bum. But what you've noticed is the way he talks about Merab and throughout all of these interviews. When he talks about Merab's fighting, he gives a lot of compliments to Merab. He doesn't put Merab down. Whereas Merab, though, whenever he talks about Umar, are just constant. He doesn't deserve this. He needs to work 87 more hours at Walmart before he can get this title shot. That stupid shit. I hate that shit when they say, oh, they skipped the line. It's so dumb. So then I'll get like, I'm not even going to get into it right now. But anyway, yeah, so he talks about how he needed to beat Merab, that you need to pressure Merab and take the fight to Merab. But a lot of these fighters just don't do that. All right, so we're going to skip to 2 minutes and 23 seconds in the video. And this is where he talks about Merab and Merab's shenanigans.
And now Merab try to avoiding even my name, try to tell like deserve, not deserve, like he even if UFC will ask him to fight with me or someone else, I think he will choose someone else like 100 times.
It's going to be tough, I would think, unless he fights O'Malley again, because if you look at the rankings, you're number 2, O'Malley's 1, Peter Yan is 3, Corey Sandhagen 4, and Figueiredo 5. So I don't think he's going to fight anybody in that group, right? So I mean, it would seem like if he doesn't fight O'Malley, it would have to be you.
He playing games. They know like I will not fight in Ramadan, and they tell they're gonna fight in March. March is all March. It's Ramadan, and that's why it's looking like very bad. It's looking like he tried to avoid, like he's scared, and it's not like I didn't understand it, like how is a champion like who tried to avoid, but if if they want, if they want to fight with me, I don't wanna wait. Like, before, like summer or June, July, May. I want to fight now. I want to fight after 2 months before Ramadan. I want to be active, and we'll see what's gonna happen.
All right, so in the beginning, he talked about Merab saying he doesn't deserve. So I'll get into this now, like I talked about with my Kayla Harrison video, and how Kayla Harrison said this at the press conference. If you're the champion of a division, and if someone does skip ahead in the queue, and also they shouldn't be mad because they are only skipping ahead because they bring in money or you've beaten everyone else. So the UFC runs on pay-per-views. I mean, they run off other stuff, but I mean, people who are getting title shots, a lot of the times it's because can they sell pay-per-views? So Umar getting the title shot, one, he does deserve it, and two, who cares? If you're the champion, you should say, and this is what Kayla Harrison said, I'm the fucking champion. You think you can come in here, do 1 or 2 fights in the UFC, then get a title shot? All right, come see if you can take my belt, because I'm going to beat you. And when you talk about them skipping the queue to fight you and it's unfair, are you saying that they suck? Like they're not good, they don't deserve it because they've only fought once or twice and they're unproven? So that means it should be an easy fight for you then. Unless you know that they're actually good and can beat you, which means they deserve to skip the queue. Yeah. And what else did he say? He was saying that, yeah, he wants to fight now. He doesn't want to fight in May, June, July. He wants to fight now or the next coming months before March. And he says right here that Merab wants to most likely fight in March and use Ramadan to avoid. So he says it here. Now, let's see. Next, he starts talking about, if he wants to fight before Ramadan. Then he gets compared to Khabib. In this interview, in the TMZ interviews, what keeps on happening is they always compare, you're compared to Khabib. Your coach is Khabib, blah, blah, blah. And they always ask about Khabib as if they're trying to start family beef. I don't know, but Umar doesn't buy into it. All right, we're going to go to 6:20 in the video, and Umar will tell us why he's being avoided.
It seems like guys don't want to take fights with people who have really good submissions. And I think with Khabib, Islam, and now you, that might be one of the problems, right? That you have such good submissions.
I think there's better than me. Islam and Khabib, their submissions better than me. And I just do submission like choke when I took back. I did this. I doing this very well. But other things like armbar and other chokes, I doing not like perfectly.
So
Kevin Iole is trying to hint at that. Not Umar. Merab doesn't want to fight because Umar actually has a ground game, can submit him. But Umar says, I'm not even as good as Khabib and Islam in the submission game. But yeah, I mean, the ground game could definitely play a part why Merab doesn't want to fight him. So we'll go to the TMZ interview now. All right. So in my notes here. So right into it, right away, he starts talking about Merab.
I don't know. I don't know exactly because he don't wanna fight with me, and I don't wanna wait for him. If they will ask me to fight with anybody before Ramadan, I will fight. He know Ramadan is March. That's why he telling he will fight in March. He know I will not fight in March.
All right, so he says again right there, Merab will fight in March because he knows Ramadan's there. And he says, unlike Chandler, take notes, Chandler, he says that if he gets offered someone before March, like if they offer him someone in January and it's not Merab, if it's not Merab, he will take it. He just wants to fight. He will take it. He's not worried about losing. He's confident in himself. He will take any fight, even if it's not Merab. And I think he says later in this interview He'll fight anyone, even if it's not Merab. He's not gonna wait out for Merab, play that game like other people have done, like Kobe Covington, just wait out for a title shot. He will fight anyone. This guy is like my new favorite fighter.
Because it's Ramadan. For me, it's a very important month where, like I spent my time for worship, and try to be with family, try to be in Dagestan, and that's why I think if they will ask me to fight, I will fight. I don't want to wait.
Do you think he doesn't want to fight you? Is the matchup just not one that he wants to take?
Yes, he does want to fight, and he looking for some excuse to not take this fight, and when they always talking about someone else, someone different, they ready to fight, and he said he ready to give revanche for Sean O'Malley in November, and hey, man, but January, like, not same clothes for find excuse to injure. He said, okay, they asked him to fight with me in January, and he said, hey, I'm injured. Okay, well, when you're talking about Sean O'Malley, you healthy. When you're talking about Umar, you injured. It's like.
All right. So Merab says, I'll fight November O'Malley. But when so he apparently has this, he's giving us inside information because he's hearing the negotiations. And they're giving Merab the date to fight Umar in January. They're saying, hey, Merab, Umar, January. And I guess Merab's turning it down and saying, I'm injured, I need more time. And that's when he's going to try to fight in March when it's Ramadan. But then he turns around and says, I'll fight 2 months before January, O'Malley. So the fight was in September with O'Malley. So that's like a 4-month turnaround. Yeah, you can see how they're trying to have Merab do a quick turnaround like the UFC does. So that's also kind of funny. All right. So next in the video, let's see, we're at 152.
How hard is this? It's similar, to what Islam went through and Khabib went through, that nobody seems to want to fight you guys, but you're next in line.
I don't know, like, same stories always. I really don't know why champions can talk like that.
Right, and he's about to just rip into the champions because he's getting asked again, like, yeah, you're not next in line, you skipped the line, you don't deserve it, and he's about to go in on the champions who use that excuse. Because just make no mistake, these champions would fight people who skipped the line if it was a money fight and easy. Why do you think everyone's calling out McGregor? Does McGregor deserve to fight a number 2 guy? No. If a number 2, 3 guy like Chandler's calling out McGregor, does McGregor deserve to skip everyone and fight Chandler? No. But they don't care because it's a money fight. But if it was like a tough fight with that you might lose your belt and not make a lot of money, oh, they skipped the line, unfair.
Why champions look someone else, not who's upcoming? They're talking someone deserve, someone's not deserve, and I just wanna fight. I just wanna be. I just wanna be busy. I just wanna be active, and I don't care about him. I really don't care about him. If he will not fight with me before Ramadan in January or February, I don't care. I will ask to fight.
Your
UFC.
goal is to fight to get a fight in though before Ramadan.
Yes, it's a goal.
How would a fight between you and Merab look? Because he likes to take.
All right, so now he just got asked about a fight between him and Merab. How will it look? His response is very, very good.
People down, and you don't get taken down.
I know with Merab, for me, it's gonna be, of course, if we're talking about him like a fighter, I think he's one of the best fighter. He have 10 win streak. He champion. He have like record most takedowns. And it's amazing. And how he become champion. This guy was work somewhere like before, and he become champion. It's
So, yeah. And for the next 20 seconds here, he's just giving Merab compliments for a whole minute. How good of a champion and a fighter he is. Merab would never do this for Umar. Merab would put Umar down, say how his fighting is he doesn't deserve this. His fighting, Dana White. I love Dana. I want Dana White to love me now. If you saw his post-fight press conference, he literally just puts Umar down and then talks about how he wants to go and get Dana White to like him or something. Like instantly transitions to Dana White. Yeah, so the next part, we'll skip ahead to 420. And so in this part, he talks about how Merab is very sensitive and the sensitivity of Merab.
I don't know what I have to say to him. Like this guy very sensitive. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like he talk about
This guy is very sensitive.
I disrespect him. He talk about I'm talking too much, or something else. I didn't understand everything.
I will say, I don't know where they're getting their English lessons from, or if they just learn it from their social group around them, because all the Dagestani fighters talk the exact same way. I don't know. This guy is very... this guy. They don't know the pronoun he. He is very... It's this guy.
Hey, you become champion. You have to know. Now you become goal. Everybody want to beat you because of you become champion. If you don't have this like attention, if you don't want this, retire it. You can put belt, said, hey guys, I'm retired. Everybody will say to you, I wish all the best for you, Merab. Be healthy, enjoy, and nobody will want to take this fight with him. But right now he champion and everybody push him. Everybody push him, but he looking very bad when like Joe Rogan or UFC ask him, or some interviews ask to him about me, and he go away and he say he can't talk. He beginning like and I love Dana. It's making looking very bad. He have to talk like a champion. He have to be a champion. He have to know he can beat everybody. Right now, you have built. You number one.
Right. So in his Khabib language, he says, "You have to. You have to defend. You have belt. You have to do that." He sounds so much like Khabib. So yeah, he's saying basically nobody wants to fight Merab. If Merab didn't have the belt, he's just another. No one wants to fight him. Why would anyone want to fight Merab? He's annoying to fight. They might just get a loss on their record, and it's not a high-paying fight. No one wants to watch Merab. But now that Merab has the belt, everyone wants to fight him. But if Merab doesn't want that, if he doesn't want the pressure of everyone wanting to fight him, including Umar, then get rid of the belt. Relinquish the belt. In the words of how he's talking like Khabib, you have to fight. You have to. You must do. So yeah, and he's got a point. I mean, it's not he got a point. He's right. You have the belt. So now people want to fight you, including the undefeated prospect in the bantamweight division. And why are you getting triggered that you must fight him? You're the champion. You need to fight this undefeated guy. If you don't want to, relinquish the belt. And that's what he's saying here. All right. And then I think the next part, where are we at here? 553. He just talks about he doesn't care. Again, he just repeats himself. He doesn't care who he fights. He'll fight anyone. It does not matter. And like a true champion, he will be the best champion. And then after that, he gets compared to Khabib again, and like I swear, like every interview he's in, they always ask about Khabib and like, how do you think you're better than Khabib? Always trying to start something. And then we're gonna go to 716 in the video because yeah, before that he just says he wants to fight before Ramadan. All right, 716.
No fight before Ramadan.
Well, hopefully Merab gets to his senses and takes this fight, and the fans get what they want to see, and you get that title.
No, he will not take. He will not take for sure. I think he will fight with someone in March, and then we're gonna talk. If he will win,
And then we're gonna talk.
or
We'll
maybe not. Maybe he will wait like May or some like maybe because of injury he will like long time for recovery. You know, we'll see.
All right. So he says he won't take the fight and will try to fight in March, or he might just not fight at all, and then he will wait till like May, June of next year to fight, which is ridiculous because he did not take any damage in the O'Malley fight. Yeah. Umar basically calling out Merab, saying, you're gonna use my religion to avoid me, or you might just be one of the typical inactive champions and fight in May, June because you're injured. Okay. So, yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Comment down below what you think. If you did get gaslit by me, feel free to dislike, and I will see you guys in the next one.